Hello YouTube, we're boiling another wrench in vinegar. You have to go to the video unless I find a picture if I took it of it. I did brush off a little bit. You know, it seems like there's more grease on here than there is rust. We're going to boil it all day. We'll turn around. When we did our crescent wrench, we didn't do the handle good enough, so this will almost boil with the wrench in, but not when you take it out. I showed that in my other video. If you missed the other video, I'm sorry. It was a 12-inch crescent wrench. Still got water down in there. What's left of it. Keep a little water so it's kind of like a double boiler. Okay, back to work on our other project on that S-shaped Fordson wrench. Okay, we're testing out different stuff here. This is just wire brushed only. This is wire brushed and taking this to it. See what I've got down in there, and but it was really aggressive doing that. It almost starts melting is how it's made. So I need to find a different way to shine it up down inside there. So just to show you how good it does work. All this casting stuff will be filed off. So I'm not getting carried away with a flapper disc on a grinder. It's just as easy to file. I have a question for everybody. We haven't posted this video yet. What should I do with this wrench? This is as far as I've got at wire brushing. Should I take the flapper disc and everything? Because I just stopped filming the video. I can't decide. Should I try to make this look the best and then still paint it? At least it'd be a flat, nice finish if I did do all this in primer and paint it. You know, paint this and probably paint this black in there. Need your opinion. What would you do? I'll let y'all help me decide. Because you're never going to get this wrench to look good. It's just too beat up and old. But should I at least try to smooth some of that out? There. We'll let you decide on that. Okay, back to work on this. I've been filing this with several different round files. This one's really rough. You gotta be careful. Chainsaw file and a big chainsaw file. Remember now, this is curved. This is all done with a flat file, but I still got the curve to it. I know it's hard to show up, but I will have a picture of it. So I'm trying to get that to ramp up the same. The file is your friend. You can see where it's a high spot right there. It's dark out, it's nighttime. I got my real bright light off. I just have my lamp on above me. Can't sleep. Insomnia. So let's do some file work. And I think that's good enough till it's polished. Remember, it's just a wrench. The sides have been filed, but I don't know if you can see it, but we'll get to that in one of the next few clips. Okay, we filed the sides and we filed the back. This is all done by hand. We didn't want to trust any power equipment. That's what it looked like before. We kind of messed up because we took that abrasive wheel in here and it's kind of made it look too good. So when I paint it, see that? It almost made it dip in. So we're going to take a rough stone in our Dremel and kind of bring it back to a rough finish before we paint in there. We'll probably painted and this will be painted. Then we'll have our shiny around the edges. Back here will be polished. This will be smoothed out and polished. So on with the show. Back to work. We haven't done much with this yet. We thought about polishing that, but painting this part, we're not too sure. Can you tell where I added the fake rust pitting? Because I decided I wanted that to look like the rest of it, because I'm going to paint that part. All it is a little bitty diamond bit. And I put it back in here. Boy, I ought to do a video on how to put patina on new tools. So it makes them look old and rusted. Then they'll be worth a fortune. I'm just joking. Has to do with the video I watched the other day. You probably watch the same guys I watch. These guys like that natural patina and that rust pitting. See? Leave a little bit in there. So it's kind of 50-50. It's looking pretty good. We're going to take a break. We are going to try to smooth that out and polish it. That is going to be a big task. I'm the second day on this wrench. There's a clip in there. I was up late last night out here working on this. I know there is. I was working on this part back here. Okay, back to work. Belt sander. Glad I have it. That would have been a lot of work with a file or sandpaper. Use an emery stone on this part. Of course, after the belt sander. And then we'll polish it with our polishing compounds. I just hope I can get these ridges that shiny. It's not perfect. There's scratches and gouges, and I use everything from a diamond bit to 2 different stones to try to smooth that metal out. So I've decided when I'm going to paint that part in there. So, break time. We deserve it. Okay, we are done with this project. We have to epoxy that pin in there. We're going to put some at the top of it. Make sure it don't run down into this part. This paint was something I mixed up years ago, model car paint. It was gold that I tried to make look like brass. So it's not gold like you think. If I shake that pin will fall out. That's polished. It's still got the sanding belt marks. Kind of like that machine finished. And I use one of them emery stones I always tell you about. They're gray. They go in your Dremel to polish this right here. And I polished this before I used all the polishing compounds and buffer wheels. The same with this. All of this. The whole wrench was done with that Dremel thing. A little bit of paint on there. But it's going to be a usable wrench. It's going to be used because I've got an old Ford wrench. This one's a lot better shape. So this will be a tool I will use. So I don't care if it gets chipped up. It's kind of hard to tell the real color of that. There. That is a little bit more gold. It's darker than that in real life. It's kind of more like that. But it's okay. But it's a really good wrench. If you've seen it before when it comes out of the Vinegar, it is not. I did nothing to these jaws right here. They still got the factory machining marks on them. And where it was used a little. See that? See that? I never even touched them. I just did the tips. And I painted all the way around the top. But I really like it. It's nice and smooth. It's not oiled yet, so it's a really nice wrench to use. I figure I'd spend a few minutes talking about it. Will the pin come out? Yeah, see? Got the pin. The roller, I may do a little more work to it. Get down in there. This is all dremeled inside. There's a little bit of rust. See, there's a little bit. I'm going to coat that with some grease. Just a light coat like with a Q-tip. It'll stick in there better than oil. Some grease or something. Seems to be a tool in a toolbox. Yeah, this was kind of hard working on this little piece. I'd show that. You cannot really use any machine stuff. So, said the thing in the Dremel with the rubber emery and sanding and grinding. Thought I'd show you that. We just left that alone. It's going to be used. There. Why go through all that work? Okay, thanks for watching. We took a couple nice pictures of it. And don't forget to give me your opinion on that Fortson wrench. Should I try to make it the best I can, or just slap some primer and paint on it? Because we all know how beat up it is. So thanks again for watching.